Ghostbusters is arguably one of the biggest franchises coming out of the 80s. What makes it so good? Who knows? However, what we do know is in the past 10 years or so, we've seen a resurgence of Ghostbusters movies because we have seen now 3 in the past decade, including this one. Where does this one lie? Amongst those greats and amongst some of those failures? Let's find out in just a second. But before we do all that, hit that like button to show that you like this movie, or if you don't like this movie, comment down below the reasons why you don't like this movie. And let's get into it. So, I'm just going to say this now to clear the air, if you like. I am not a huge Ghostbusters fan. I don't mind the first one, I like the first one, and I like Afterlife. However, this one just seems like another sequel that didn't need to be made, and unfortunately just didn't have that same effect that Afterlife had. Let's be honest here. I think what they did in Afterlife was base the movie around nostalgia and being like something, oh, we're coming back with the original cast in a cameo role and we're bringing in this whole new story linked to the original, and people were excited. It was like Jurassic World, where the idea of a Jurassic Park thing has come back to life again, and there's a load of references to the original, and that's why those two movies worked, because they were nostalgia based movies and we expected that walking into them. This, however, weren't designed to be a nostalgia base. You want more than just nostalgia in your second film. You've got to build a story and learn how to do character development on the new characters that you've created. And just like Jurassic World did, and just like this has, we have seen a bit of a drop off because the idea of coming back is now, okay, now you're back, what are you doing with it? And this one just, well, bring the old Ghostbusters back, let's bring the new lot in that we've created, let's even make a Ghostbusters new department, that would be cool. The reason why I think it failed, in terms of the expectations, is simply for the fact that the overcrowding of cast and characters. Because to me, I think they had so many characters that they just didn't need. In my opinion, bringing back the original cast, we've seen it already. Do we really need them coming back? Didn't really need to see them in a main role status. They could have just done what Bill Murray did in this one, which was just a cameo. That's all I needed or expected from them. Or even put them aside for this film. Because to me, those legacy characters are only good if you use them in certain instances, and it then starts becoming a chore of, soon you're just going to be wheeling them out in their wheelchairs and saying, do you want to be a Ghostbuster again? I think what they need to concentrate on now is the new family that they've put the Ghostbusters title on, of the new Spengler family. It works, it makes sense to just say, you're the new Ghostbusters, and that's sort of what I thought they would do with the handover sort of happening at the end of the last film. People might disagree. You're happy to disagree down in those comments down below. On characters that might not be needed in Ghostbusters, let's be honest, I think this character in particular, Trevor, was not needed in this Ghostbusters film, because he, even though he's part of the Spengler family and carried over from the Afterlife movie, he did jack shit in this film. He may as well not have been there. He was a waste of time on screen because they didn't give enough airtime to him, and he was overcrowded, like we mentioned, with other different characters being involved, and so he just got these silly scenes with the slime. And other than that, he really weren't an important character. He was misused. I also really didn't like how they brought in this Nadeem character, as he felt so completely different to what vibe everybody else was on in this film. It felt like, yeah, you had bits of comedy mixed in with Trevor, and we've already spoken about him, but you had this guy who was just laughing and joking around, and then he was getting into the serious moments and he was trying to be this funny, quirky character, and it really didn't work for this movie, in my opinion. I think that this weird firelighter person, it just didn't work. I don't know who came up with that idea. It just felt like a character which weren't needed, because let's be honest, couldn't they have just gotten fire and set the thing on fire itself, instead of just lighting a match and going, oh, what do we do? Use this guy to transfer the fire and blast it at them. It was daft. It had the Ghostbusters stupid edge to it like we saw in the original, but it really didn't have that that oomph that you were looking for in the big hype when we found out that he might harness some kind of power to be able to defeat the villain. So yeah, I weren't a big fan of Nadeem. On the ending, expected ending, nothing special, unfortunately. And I think it ended like the original Ghostbusters did, where they were all walking through the New York City with crowds, masses of crowds, and they're like high-fiving each other, blah, 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 and getting that press coverage. And yeah, I think that worked as an ending, but it was copied from the original, and there weren't no originality in that ending. I think them toppling over that big villain was good. I wouldn't say it was great. It was expected. I think in that manner that it was done in, probably was a little bit expected too, of Phoebe tackling down the main villain with the help of the rest of the Ghostbusters. But other than that, it's just an average film. So to summarise Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, for me, this is easily 6.6 out of 10 and an average film. So let me know your guys' opinions down in the comments down below, please. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think. Is it bad? Is it good? Is it terrible? Is it amazing? Let us know all that jazz down in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoy this film and enjoy this video. And comment down below if you don't like this film. What don't you like about it? Comment all that if you haven't done so already. Smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I shall see you guys in the next one.